Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Silo. This is Season 2, Episode 7. It is called The Dive. Last time on Silo, we mainly focused on our homies back in Silo 17 and their brewing revolution that they have going on. And then we briefly touched with Jules at the end when she woke up after being passed out and Solo helped her and stuff. And so I'm very curious to see where that leads us. Before we jump into this one, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's jump into another episode of Silo.
You are about to be privy to something that only a handful of people in our history have had access to.
The vault.
That should be enough. Where are you keeping
Is
the
that an
rest?
explosive?
It's safe. Just be careful with it.
Asshole.
What if he actually dropped it? That would be devastating.
It's not much.
We're mechanical. We make a little go a long way, right? This is gonna make a difference.
What are they giving?
Lucas Kyle, IT Shadow.
Verified. Welcome, Lucas Kyle.
The living quarters are that way. You will live here while you familiarize yourself with the legacy.
He's just so overwhelmed. That's kind of crazy.
Easy.
All set?
Is that gunpowder?
All these relics. Where did they come from?
They came from Atlanta.
All of these, and more than you can imagine, are stored digitally on this.
It's called an iPad.
The silo was built 352 years ago. Beyond that, nothing about why it was built or why we are here. Right now, the only thing that matters is breaking Salvador Quinn's code. Lucas would like information on secret codes and ciphers. Lucky you. Several of those are actual books.
That's crazy. Oh no.
Mayor Holland, there is a Delta event in the central shaft.
Okay, damn. So they were just giving the paper that they had.
What was it?
I don't know, but it smells like gunpowder.
It's clearly propaganda. IT lies to us, Mechanical wants the truth. What happened to Juliet? I didn't read the rest. Oh, why is the power still on in IT? Making big moves, baby. Big moves. I mean, we know why the power is still on in IT, but the citizens of the nation do not.
You want my help?
Nope.
She's kind of annoyed.
Suit back.
She doesn't want to talk to you.
Like, if you had 300 feet of waterproof power line lying around in the vault, that'd be great.
I'll come back. I promise. When I've saved the people in my silo, I'll come back. You've got time. They don't. Come on. You've got time. Just please.
I'm sorry, I really am, but no, we do this now.
He made some good points. Oh, they got her blindfolded. Come on, she's old.
What happened to the people I came up top with? You put my mind at ease about those idiots, and I'll tell you exactly how much gunpowder you have to worry about.
Huh. Okay.
No.
There you go.
One singular pancake.
What's that you have there?
Propaganda. Pez dispenser. How'd you get that?
Daddy said
Oh.
in the before times, people held on to it when things were scary. It kept them safe.
Wow.
Okay.
People aren't just scared, Rob. They're impressed. It was dramatic.
Yeah, it was cool as
Now
hell.
they're asking questions.
Mechanical can make rockets.
Their message said, look to IT. The power everywhere else was out except for IT. I was there. Bernard came running back in, and then the lights in IT went out. I think he turned them off because he was afraid people would see that they were on.
I know you're
Yeah.
not defending the rebels right now.
Hey. She wants to know what the frick is happening.
I'm gonna attach the escape line to the winch, and I'm gonna reel you in just like a fish. But this is important, okay? I can't reel you in all at once. We gotta go slow.
Or you'll get the bubbles.
This thing called the bends. If you're deep underwater and you come up too fast, all these bubbles start building up in your joints and it can make you really sick. It can even kill you.
What?
Yeah, that's why you gotta go slow.
She's like,
what if I
excuse me?
don't
I'm already
talk
afraid
slow?"
of the water.
Then you're dead.
What?
Oh, but if you feel bad, you could go back down under, but you gotta go at least 20 feet.
And do what?
Just hang out.
Hang out there until you don't feel like you're dying anymore, I guess.
She's like, this is the scariest day of my life. Oh. Hey, yo. That was a nice little picture.
I made the decision to shut down the radios during a conversation with Sheriff Billings last night. It is my belief that Paul Billings has been taken hostage and is being forced to say the things he said.
Sure.
What does this mean? IT lies to us? I heard that power stayed on in IT while the rest of the silo was in the dark.
That is a lot.
Mechanical controls where the power goes. They left IT powered up for a few minutes to cast doubt on my department and on me. Make no mistake, we are under attack.
I don't think they believe him.
Martin here may be able to tell us a little bit more. And if he helps us, maybe we won't tell everyone he's been ratting them out to Judicial this whole time. What do you think about that, Martin?
Yeah, Martin, what do you think about that?
There's a place where someone leaves notes for us in the scavenge room. One of the collection bins has a hollow handle, and I don't know who leaves the notes either.
Are we getting to the helpful part soon, or? Are you gonna tell me why you kissed me?
I didn't kiss you, you kissed me.
You kissed
And
each
my
other.
point is, we need to be prepared. Something big
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because he wants to kiss you again.
We need to take you and Knox into custody. Are we doing this again? I thought
We're not here to arrest you. We just talked to a listener. There is a plot to...
kill you.
Well, to kill you.
In the before times, they used to do this thing called swimming, where they would pull with their arms and kick with their legs to move through the water, just like a fish. Except,
do you want to learn how?
Except fish don't have arms or legs. But they also figured out a way of seeing underwater. They figured if they looked through
it's called goggles.
Glass that it wouldn't be blurry. So I made you these. Surprise.
Oh, that's so cute.
I made them out of welder's goggles.
Great.
That's
Thanks.
precious.
Okay, can you pull that through?
Okay, damn, we really just going for it. How tight do those goggles fit? Because, like, water could still get in there. Everyone's worn a crappy pair of goggles before. That's scary.
I assigned you this position, this promotion, because I never wanted to see your face again. There are no more conversations between us, no discussions. You sign what I tell you to sign, you sit behind that desk, you pretend to have power, and then you go home. That's it. That's the rest of your life. Now get out your rubber stamp and give me my fucking search warrant.
No.
No.
No?
I gave you a decade of my life. And why? Because I trusted you. I thought we had an understanding you'd make me your shadow.
I did want you to be my shadow, Robert.
Did you,
and
though?
then I never really got around to it, did I? You're very good at solving problems, but you lack curiosity. And that's something the head of IT must have, and therefore something that his shadow must have. It's something my old shadow had and something my new shadow has.
You made Lucas Cal your shadow?
Yeah,
Glad you have such a strong team at your side. Graffiti on the stairs and the up top, no less. You didn't pay someone to paint it. That's not part of the plan, is it, Bernie? And we both know the honest and the useless. Now, you gotta be wondering, what else am I missing? I'll tell you. You're running out of allies, and you're running out of moves.
What if he just kills him?
What are you missing, Rob? After you put me in a position where I had no choice but to take the life of a woman I had some affection for. Now, your wife may have helped save those raiders yesterday, but she's also the reason those fugitives made it safely back to the down deep. But you knew that already, didn't you?
Well, that was such a good scene. Two dudes just hashing it out. Bros arguing. Low-key kinda crazy. I wonder how they filmed this.
You ever think that maybe they want you dead because you're such a pain in the ass?
You two look like you're having fun.
What can we do for you, Walk?
McLean is in a fortress.
The love of her life.
There's no way.
Is in solitary confinement.
25 years ago, I didn't do enough. That's how I lost her in the first place. I'll be damned if I don't do enough this time.
Wow.
No.
Is there anyone on the other side of the barrier that you can trust?
Love makes you do crazy things. So she just has to get power to a pump down here.
You recognize any of these names from your judicial days?
Cat?
You've got a problem.
What?
Dang, okay. So now we just turn it on? Gang, gang.
Get away from me!
She's trying to kill us! She poisoned our food!
Maeve told us the food was poisoned.
You crazy bitch!
Okay. What if she did poison it?
It was nice of you to make sure nobody got hurt.
What?
How's your mom these days, Maeve?
Oh, was it her?
Well, meds, they were pretty scarce before, but since the blockade, can't imagine things have been easy.
She poisoned it and then told them about the poison.
I had to. If I didn't do what they said,
You were afraid they'd do something to her.
I didn't have a choice. But I made sure that nobody got hurt. Don't kill me. I'm one of you.
Eh.
It still means something.
You're like 80% one of us.
We're not gonna kill you. We're not gonna send you to the mines like they do up top. We're gonna give you some tough jobs right here in your home. We're gonna give you shit for a little while. Remind you of who you are.
And then you're gonna make us the best
We're gonna make sure
goddamn
your
meal
mom's okay.
you have ever made in your life.
And you'll never turn your back on mechanical again, will you?
No.
Hot damn.
The letters weren't letters, they were numbers. So each one corresponds to the appearance of a word on a specific page of a specific book.
Did you test your theory against the books in the Legacy?
No.
There weren't any matches in the Legacy.
Then you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. All it means is that Quinn didn't use a book from the Legacy to create his code. Because he wanted his code to be solved.
Is it the Pact?
You spoke to Bernard.
Yeah.
He told you about the two mechanicals I helped get away.
She's quick on the
You had
uptake.
just been sworn in as judge. You were still trying to win Bernard back over, which was smart. But making friends, that's smart too.
So you went behind my back.
And I was trying to protect you. Bernard can think you had anything to do with the two escaping, and he still doesn't.
You want to make friends with the rebels, Camille. You know how dangerous they are.
And Bernard isn't. We don't know how this is going to end. So until we do, we play both sides.
Ah, you knucklehead. Someone cut the rope. Don't panic. Don't panic. Will they cut the air too? What is going on? surprised they didn't unplug the power, too. That's not good. Is she fixing the camera? Okay. Now what? Yeah, swim. That's good. You didn't pause for long enough, though. Alright, what the heck is going on, man?
Sir, the Cameron Martha Walker's workshop just went live for 30 seconds. We're trying to get it back online.
How was it reactivated in the first place?
She fixed it.
This is from when you had the mechanical deputy take her and McLean into custody while you gave your speech to the silo. I checked the records. They divorced 25 years ago.
But they still mean something to each other.
Ah, Walk, you might have effed things. Hey, yo. Is that an arrow? Bro, I know there's someone there. Oh, I called this episode 1. Okay, there is definitely somebody else in that silo other than Juliet and Solo. I freaking called it in episode 1. I was like, who would have done that? Because the rope got cut when she was trying to swing down and get across. Like, there's no way he could have done that. And it was too convenient. And then they have these handheld shots of people looking, like viewpoint looking at her over railings and stuff. There's definitely someone there. They shot an arrow at Solo and then they cut her rope. I don't know why they're attacking them, but maybe they're the ones that were trying to get into the vault. Maybe they painted the message of like, hey, we're gonna get in there eventually. Who knows? And maybe he just thought it was like part of his imagination, or maybe he's known the whole time that there's been people here. I don't know. Like, he has been keeping stuff from us, so it's entirely possible. But yeah, this episode was intense. The dive is an apt name. Juliet has to go down and restore power to this pump, which is like crazy that they got that to work. It's so interesting how like episode 1 and what the other episode where she went underwater, like they make such a concentrated effort to stress like how impossible some of this stuff is and how jerry-rigged everything is and how it barely works. And then this episode, he's like, yeah, I made it waterproof. Like, just no explanation. And then they just get hundreds of feet of cable. Like, they kind of just, like, hand wave it away, which is fine, I guess. Like, it doesn't matter that much to me. As long as the episode itself was still engaging, which it was. It wasn't a situation where, like, they just made stuff up and it somehow worked. Like, they did the things that they needed to do. We just weren't privy to the process, right? We didn't get to watch them put all this stuff together because that wouldn't have been the engaging part of the episode. I do really enjoy Solo, though. Like, he's telling her about swimming and making sure she doesn't get the bends, and it's just like, he's like, if you go up too fast, you'll die. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean? Like, he is telling her the most horrifying thing she's ever heard in her life. Right? She's already afraid of the water. Like, she doesn't like the water because she doesn't know how to swim. Maybe she learned a little bit here today, but like, this is already a crazy, scary task for her. And then he's telling her, hey, just to let you know, if you come up too quick, you'll die. She's like, excuse me? I'm surprised she didn't get the bends. That's kind of crazy, honestly. It's possible she might still get the bends and she'll have to go back under, but she came up real quick. Like, she came up really, really fast. So, who knows? But they at least got that pump working, I'm pretty sure. Like, the people conveniently didn't cut the power. So maybe they're aware generally of what is happening, and they're like, we'll leave the power line as it is, but we're going to cut the other two lines of her air and the rope so she can't get back up. I'm curious how long that pump will take to drain some of that water, because I imagine they would have to maybe do this same task several times, right? If there's multiple pumps in the silo, right? This was 8 levels down or whatever. So is there a pump every 20 levels or something? And she'll have to do that task another 15 times. But she at least got one pump going, so it saves him quite a bit of time, right? Or it gives him quite a bit of time. He was previously at 13 months. With this pump going, maybe that keeps the water low enough that it's never going to reach where he's at. But we don't even know if he's alive at the moment. He probably is, but we don't know for sure. I guess we'll find out next episode, though. It's getting really intense. What else did we have going on? There's a whole lot of drama in Mechanical. The food chef lady is the one that poisoned the food, but then she let everyone know that it was poisoned, so no one actually got hurt. And then they sent a message to kill Nurley and Shocks, Knox and Shirley, just to disrupt everyone, right? Like they're trying to cause as much chaos as possible. Meanwhile, what's her face from the head of Mechanical, head of Supply, Walker's ex-wife, but now kind of like lover again, she's being tortured. Maybe not tortured, but at least like held in captivity. And Walk is going kind of stir crazy because she loves her and she doesn't want her to die. And she makes a pretty big mistake this episode where she turns on her camera and somehow Up Top is going to use that to their advantage against our people, because I understand why she's upset and she wants to get a message, but like, don't be dumb, Walk. Don't let love blind you to what needs to happen. But yeah, I don't know. There's tons of drama up top too, with the scene with Bernard and Sims where they're having it out in the judges' chambers. I was like, damn, like they're really just telling them how it is. Like, Bernard and Sims are both going at each other. He's calling him Bernie. He's like, I gave you 10 years of my life. Like, what did that get me? Nothing. And also, what did it get you? Your whole plan sucks and it's falling apart. Your people suck. You suck. Like, you're going to lose because you're bad at your job. Meanwhile, Bernard is being like, hey, man, yeah, I was going to make you my shadow, and then I never really did it, did I? Like, he's just being sassy. And essentially being like, you're not curious enough to have the job, so I gave it to Lucas. Also, your wife is lying to you. It's just like, there's just so much drama and cattiness back and forth. But I love it. I love it a lot, and it was a really good scene. Meanwhile, Lucas, he's working through ciphers, and he potentially figured it out. But now he has to read The Wizard of Oz. I wonder if he'll read it first or just use the cipher. Like, does he not care about the story at all? Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. This was a solid episode, and it was intense. And it leaves us with a lot of questions about what the frick is going on in Silo 18 or 17 or whichever one. I don't remember what the numbers are. I think back home is 18, and this is Silo 17 that Juliet's in. So what the frick is going on with whoever shot Solo? I'm very, very curious. I want to know how, if there's people alive, how did they live so long? Like, how did they get food? How did they get clean water? Like, did they have their own little thing set up that Solo doesn't know about? Or does he know that they're there and just hasn't been telling Juliet? Lots of questions still to be answered, and I think there's like 3 episodes left, so not a lot of time to figure things out. I think that's all I have to say about this episode, though. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.